Let's discuss Young and Beautiful film directed by Francois Ozon.
Young and Beautiful, Jeune and Jolie, is a French drama film directed by Francois Ozon and was released in 2013. The movie follows the story of a 17-year-old girl named Isabelle, played by Marine Vacth, through 4 seasons and 4 songs as she explores her sexuality, which includes a secret life involving prostitution.
Absolutely, Young and Beautiful offers a nuanced and complex portrayal of adolescent sexuality and identity. Francois Ozon, the film's director, is no stranger to tackling provocative themes with elegance and psychological depth. With this particular work, he delves into the journey of its protagonist in a way that challenges viewers to consider their own feelings about morality, autonomy, and the turmoil that often accompanies coming of age.
Yes, Ozon's approach is certainly thought-provoking. He has a knack for portraying his characters with such dimensionality that it almost demands the audience to empathize with their situations, regardless of whether one agrees or disagrees with their actions. Isabelle's exploration in Young and Beautiful raises quite a number of topics up for discussion, doesn't it?
It certainly does. One of the most compelling aspects of Young and Beautiful is how it confronts viewers with their own preconceptions about teenage sexuality, especially the taboo subject of a young woman actively choosing to engage in prostitution. Ozon doesn't present Isabelle's story with clear-cut judgments or moralizing, which leaves spaces for audience members to grapple with their thoughts and feelings.
Indeed, Ozon is skilled at presenting characters and stories without explicitly telling the audience how to feel, which can lead to more personal and internalized reflections. Isabelle's actions in Young and Beautiful are portrayed with a kind of detached observation that allows for multiple interpretations. Some might see her as empowered, others may view her as troubled. It's this ambiguity that fosters discussion about societal constructs around youth, autonomy, and sexuality.
That's precisely it. The film wades into complex discussions about agency and the contrast between physical maturity and emotional maturity. It prees open the often tightly shut discussion on the legitimacy of choices made by young people, especially around their bodies and sexual expression. Movies that challenge viewers to analyze their biases can be powerful agents for cultural conversation.
Agreed. Films like Young and Beautiful serve as catalysts for dialogues on challenging topics. By highlighting the dissonance between society's quickness to sexualize youth and its discomfort with young individuals asserting control over their own sexuality, it prompts us to ask difficult questions. How do we define autonomy in young adults? What societal factors contribute to Isabelle's choices? Moreover, how does our reaction to her story reflect on our views about morality and the social structures that govern sexual agency?
These are indeed the very crux of the conversations that Young and Beautiful invites. When considering autonomy in young adults, we find ourselves at a crossroads between protection and freedom. The law typically sets an age at which individuals are considered capable of making decisions regarding their sexuality. But emotional and psychological maturity doesn't necessarily adhere to legal timelines.
Absolutely. The legal framework is a blunt instrument attempting to protect individuals from exploitation and harm, but it can't possibly accommodate the nuances of individual development. People mature at varying rates, influenced by their environments, experiences, and inherent personality traits.
Precisely. What's fascinating is how these variations in maturity are often sidelined in favor of a uniform rule that can, paradoxically, both protect and oppress. And speaking of environments and experiences influencing one's decisions, as seen with Isabelle's character, society plays a subtle yet profound role.
Indeed, society's influence on young adults is profound and multifaceted. It shapes their values, expectations, and perceptions of what is considered normal or acceptable. Isabel's storyline offers a powerful examination of how societal messages about beauty, worthiness, and sexuality can skew a person's self-image and choices.
Absolutely. And it's a compelling narrative because it speaks to the very real social scripts that young women and men are handed. Isabel's story reflects the troubling interplay between these societal narratives and individual agency. How much of her behavior is genuine self expression versus internalized cultural expectations?
You've pinpointed a critical aspect of human sociology, a sort of cultural tightrope that individuals must walk. Isabel's behavior exemplifies an intriguing tug-of-war between autonomy and social conditioning. It calls into question how much of what we consider our true self is indeed shaped by external narratives.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts and insights. This conversation has been enlightening and constructive. Looking forward to our next engaging discussion. See you then.
It's been a pleasure discussing these complex topics with you. I'm glad to have had the opportunity to exchange perspectives. Feel free to reach out anytime you want to delve into another lively and thought-provoking conversation. Until then, take care and see you around.